Hello everyone, this is East Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. So, you might also hear that the room I'm in is kind of echoey. You might hear some background fuzz sounds or whatever they call it, static. But, yeah, things did not go according to plan this week, so I wasn't able to live commentate the replays. Overall, this week, I was just goofballing, trying out Legendary Byleth since he was bonus. He did alright, not mind-blowingly great. Also, Sothis was bonus, so I decided to goofball, put her adjacent to Legendary Byleth with double attack speed, so and give her one cooldown miracle. Basically did what I would expect it to do. And yeah, we'll see shortly how the replays went. But yeah, well, there'll be a bit more commentary after the replays, so you have some idea of what happened this season on offense. But let's just get into the replays. So this is incredibly awkward. I recorded the results here in this video, and the audio wasn't recording. So we get to commentate over everything again, but I guess I can add in some extra stuff. A bit of lag early in the recording. No idea why, but we did end up getting top 6K in ether raids, even though we on offense, the reason why we were able to get a decent list this time around, I say decent, but it's still pretty garbage. It's because we just got pretty straightforward matches. Some of them were just super straightforward, just murder everything in one turn matches. Some of them were just like a bunch of units placed wherever, so you could just pick them off and use Bolt Tower to chip down any tankier units and just pick up the win. So we didn't have too much difficulty climbing. It was until there was this one match where we were up against. There was a Dancer LD with sudden panic in the corner, a dual lift with no assist. All the other units had assists, so he was going to move first. There's a Not, Brave Edelgard, Brave Hector, Bramamond. I'm probably forgot to mention one unit. Believe it's either Sothis or a Dancer. Probably Sothis if I were to remember, but I don't. So the thing with this team was that Dual Lift was the 7th slot unit, and he's in the front, so it's super awkward because we can't. Nino could one-shot the far safe Brave Hector. It was a near safe Brave Edelgard, and so we could go for that. But the problem is we just couldn't run away out of Dual Lift's range, so we would just get obliterated. The other catch was that I believe Milla could isolate Eldigan turn 1, but then there was chill defense, and because of that chill defense, she would no longer be able to isolate him. So if I wanted to isolate, I would only be able to do it turn 1. So it just kind of encouraged me to do something turn 1. But I kind of just couldn't find anything because I believe there was a catapult destroying our bolt tower or something. Could be wrong on that. No, there wasn't. I think it was just the fact that we had no opening, basically, to start the match and get the bolt tower damage and steamroll from there. So I did just a silly turn 1 play where I placed some units in range of dual lift, but Eldigan couldn't dance, so he never couldn't dance dual lift, so he never got to attack us, but it was just all the enemy units just like were in our face. Oh, there was I don't think it was Sothis or a Dancer. It was a Bride Catcher or Harmonized Catcher, or whatever you want to call her, because she could teleport around and do stuff. So not great. That was not good. We just got rolled. Sudden panic really is what killed us. Sudden panic is what makes it so difficult for my team to beat my own defense. We're just too reliant on field buffs to do anything. So when we don't have access to those field buffs, it's absolute misery. So anyways, the second match that we lost was completely lost. Was the last match of the season. This is just here talking about how we got Oder. We should probably chuck him on defense for this upcoming season. Probably put Duma in 7th slot. But last match was just misplays all over by me because it was like 3 in the morning or something. 2 or 3 in the morning. Completely brain dead. And could not plan things correctly. So the team layout was essentially column 2. There was from top to bottom duo Peony and then Reinhardt. A Knot with rally defense. Doesn't really matter that's rally defense, but it's just a rally. And another Knot. Column 4 was, I believe, is there a duo Sigurd? I think it was duo Sigurd. Might have been Dancer Eldigan. And dual leaf the bonus unit. I actually had not seen him and then there was Sothis on some other column, but I actually had not seen Dual Lift the entire season. I was expecting it and knew it was going to be absolute misery, and so when I finally found him, I was like, oh, I can just, hit enter and drop him down to 1 HP, just not get one round KO'd by him, and then use Vantage Kill. Because now I remember how Nero and Zeal and Kanto work together. Nero and Zeal procs before the Kanto does, so we can ensure that he would just could only move one space away to move around and attack someone else, which we wouldn't allow, of course. The problem is, I forgot that there's a structure called Bright Shrine, and Bright Shrine does more than debuff attack. So we just got doubled in one round KO'd, and yeah, we actually, I think we might have been able to win the match, but then I mistapped a couple of times. Yeah, at the very end when it was like 2 knots versus my peony and Air. Air had Iceberg up, so I believe she could pick up the one shot on one of the knots, and then she could tank a hit from the other knot, double and do some things. So I feel like we could have won, but then I mistapped too much, and then the knots with Pathfinder were just able to move too far. I knew it was coming, but then I just did not input things correctly, so that was an L. But nonetheless, that's pretty much what happens during light season. Did get, again, overall pretty straightforward matches. Nothing too mind-blowing. I also apparently got incorrect intel 2 seasons ago about the legendary blessing seasons. I thought it wasn't going to be water season for the entire season, for both weeks of the previous bonus rotation, but apparently, it was, so could have actually stayed in tier 21 if we wanted to, but didn't know about it, so I just opted to bounce, but it was a simple bounce. I just did the daily matches all week, and we just got to get enough score. Arena Assault, one of our best scores ever, 5,358. Don't actually know if that's my personal best. I honestly do not remember my personal best. It might be in the 5,360s or something, but here we're just checking out Voting Gauntlet because I happen to remember Voting Gauntlet as a thing. And, went Team Varian for the Feathers round 1, and kind of surprised he managed to cheese out the win against Louise with the last hour multiplier, but that's how it rolls sometimes. But yeah, overall, Dirtfest again this week. We'll see how we do 2 seasons from now, but until then, thanks for watching. As always, this is Ether Dragon, and hope to see you all next time. Bye.